Yo guys, welcome back. Sadly it's raining. The rain should clear away because it's getting sunny. But hey guys, welcome back to another episode here in the Create New Age series. We have got some plans today. So I've actually upgraded the village quite a bit, and it's basically a lot of the buildings basically been placed and figured out what we want to do. But I've also done some other things. So I basically started working on the chocolate area, like getting the create confectionery under control. The chocolate is a pain in the ass to master, and a lot of the recipes. I'm actually going to turn off the music because it's fucking loud and annoying. Um, a lot of the recipes do conflict with each other to the point it makes it really difficult to make. So to stop putting through that pain, I kind of like made it off camera, and now we have this. We're gonna actually be piping these chocolates into these things, and then we've also got some more basically smelt up. We've also got a caramelized machine which is going in here, which is then making caramel liquid for caramel stuff. And we've also got cacao nibs, which is also being very helpful as well. So we've basically got a similar chocolate factory up and running, and I'm actually quite happy with this design. It's a lot better than the old one, and it's quite organised. We just don't have a lot of cocoa beans, which we're not going to really work on today. I'll be making an automated cocoa bean farm to get this fully operated. I just basically want to work on some bits and bobs around the area. So, first things first is... Can I not pull this? It's overstressed. How are you over... it's probably because it's connected to too many of these. Okay, we're going to do two at a time, but just because it likes to be overstressed and an absolute pain. So we've basically done quite a bit, and we're actually going to be working on the chocolate area, the candy shop that's actually in the village. I've got most of it down, it's just basically the ground floor, we've got some pipes in there and stuff, but we're actually going to be making some of the things over there, like gingerbread men, some things that are actually covered in chocolate, etc. Or we might end up making some of the chocolate things. It's just this stuff is I'm going to be using for decoration purposes. I'm just going to keep a lot of it storage over here. To show that it's full. We're gonna have probably different levels of it, and some of it's gonna be a lot more combust than anything. I mean, I do have some more chocolate here to basically chuck in here. Yeet. Basically, how are we getting chocolate? Because this recipe is now so tall. It constantly keeps making caramel or butter, and I don't know how you program the mixers to only make a certain thing, and it actually does my head in. I mean, I could actually hook this up to this if I wanted to save my arm. By literally doing this. Let me just get rid of that. There you go. Proper sold! And I might be able to just hook these up as well. There's not a lot of certain chocolates in certain ones, but we get most of it. So, yeah, we don't have a lot of white chocolate left, or normal chocolate. We're gonna get in there. Ruby chocolate, we've got quite a bit, and dark chocolate, it's full, like crazy. This one's always full, so it's this one. This was 30 buckets worth of chocolate over there, which is actually not too bad. We've also got caramel as well, but I don't know if I'm going to be taking that over. Might be able to. Okay, so this one can actually stop, but I'm just going to keep it going until these guys are filled up. So we're going to leave this, filling up, and we'll come get it in a second. This was milk. I haven't really done mess around with the milk too much either, just because of the recipes are spazzy, literally. I also have so much shit in my backpack, and a lot of stuff I don't goddamn need. There we go. Yeah, this is being powered off a steam engine, basically. Because there's a lot of mixers involved, a lot of conveyor belts, and etc. to go around. while those guys are filling up, because we can't really do much until we actually move those things over, is I'm actually going to have to go and get power to the other buildings that we built, and also other things. So we're going to stick those in there. These get converted into the cow nibs, which then get converted into liquid. This gets into cocoa butter and cocoa powder, and then we've got netherrack to go in here for cinder flour. So we'll come back to that once it's done. We're going to quickly sleep if we can. Can we sleep, or do we have the backpack somewhere else? Nope. Where the hell's our backpack gone? Let's do it back in. Oh, there it is. Hello, my little friend. I don't currently have like the train up and running completely yet because the storage system's not working over there. And also, I really don't want to deliver ingredients over there unless they are fully done. So this train's going to be stationary for quite a while. But yeah, we built this in a couple of times. So let me just go over to here. So basically, this is a district. And this is basically what we've got. So over here, we made the pizza. This is actually now fully functional. We're getting every single pizza involved. This was an absolute pain and massacre to actually fix. Basically, I have to do it manually, and I'm not going to go for every single recipe in this thing. It's not fun. So you have to make a lot of cheese pizzas to be able to make a lot of things, and you basically have to look at the recipes and stuff. Which is basically all the pizza, like the old delivery pizzas, all here for this area. And then the ingredients, basically what I'm going to need over here is here. Because this is basically going to be a transport, I'm just going to drop the ingredients off. Over here is the tea, same thing, basically what we need. And this basically stocks up on tea. So tea's pretty easy to make. Just put the ingredients in these pots, they'll brew the tea and add water to it. You just top this up. And I've also got a giant bucket full of water over here, which is pretty handy. So these two are very simple, and also there is more different types of tea. It's just I haven't really set it up in this area. So basically it's just a very simple tea shop. And then the other shop we are working on now is this shop. This shop is the cake and it's candy shop, basically. And we're going to basically do a double floor of this. We're going to have the different chocolate things going along here. We're going to have the mixes of basically up here. We're going to have like the marshmallows and all the main stuff up here, which is basically all the main compots. Then they're going to get delivered down here, get turned into the candy stuff, and then put into the drawers. And also we're going to be making something else up here, and I can't remember what it is. Some things will be baked over at the main area, which is over there in the chocolate factory, just to kind of stage up storage. But that's basically the next building. So we're kind of going to go along each building and basically put in each machine. This one is not going to be a building, so this one will be decorated more likely in a decorated video. This is going to be a library where we do all the enchanted books we get from the tower, which is over there, through there. This guy's basically going to be placed in here. And then this is the different types of shops. We've got sandwich, which we've got to do. We've got a clothes shop, which is basically all the decoration and clothes. It also gives us an entry up here, so we can make the sandwiches. There is a separate burger shop, because there's a lot of burgers around. And we've got a fast food place, which we're not going to get started on, and some outside. That's basically what's been updated, so we're kind of going down each of the streets and basically putting the machines in. I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to put every machine in, I'm just probably going to go through it and show you guys what I've done, just to kind of spice it up. But the streets are actually coming together really, really nicely. So let me cut back, let me get the liquids in, let me get all the machines I need for this build, and I'll come back after that. See you guys in a little. Right, I am back, and hello! So, we actually did some work. I actually made the gingerbread thing, so now this will make gingerbread and put it straight into storage. So I basically put everything that basically it needs. This is going to go in here. And then we've also got, down here, a whole jar of honey. We've got 87 buckets worth of honey. We don't really need that much. We can also put some other stuff here. But that kind of works. And then, yeah, this hasn't really changed that much. I may just set up the getting power over here, and this is basically what I've done. Is basically maybe about and looped it over here, which is basically where all the stuff's going, and boom. So let's have a look how to make gingerbread dough. Gingerbread dough. You need wheat, cinder, and sugar. Wheat, cinder, and sugar. So we've got wheat. Do we have the cinder? Okay, so I'm gonna put the extra wheat in here. Pretty sure we should have the rest of it in this one. Yep, we do. We have a stack of cinder. We've got donut butter and cocoa, which we don't actually need. And then we also need sugar. I don't think we've got sugar on us. No. Okay, let's go and grab some sugar. We should be able to get some sugar, maybe. We have a sugar farm literally at the farm, which has a shit ton of sugar in. So literally, if you have to go there to go get it, go get it. That might be quicker. If I just do this, go boop. Ow. And then go through here. That. We've got sugar cream. Then we just teleport over here. Back to this candy shop we go. And boom. Now we just put sugar, this, and this in. Okay, so only 16 can come out of this. That's interesting. $16 of that one. Okay, so I can only put like 16 of each ingredient in, which is fine. What is going on? Oh, there we go. There's a gingerbread. Okay, wheat and sugar. So let's put that back in, and let's do that much. Okay, sometimes we just get random sugar, which I have no idea what that is. What is this? Mixed powder. So we are just getting mixed powder occasionally, which is actually really annoying me. But then we don't get, then we get occasional gingerbread. Okay, I gotta look at the ratios on this and figure out how much we need. So we just need one of each. As long as we have one of each, we'll be able to get the ingredients. So let's just do 1, 1, 1. Let's see if that makes the actual... Okay, it does. So the quantity does matter. That's gonna be a pain to fucking figure out. But now, if I go down here... We now should have some gingerbread. Look at them, they're over here, and they are in the top corner. Why are you guys in the top corner? These guys can go like here, the mixed powder. We'll just keep those here, and then we can also store this, okay, in here. Look at that! We got a little gingerbread man. That's cool. So I think the next thing we got to make is probably gingerbread. Would be good as well. So actual normal gingerbread. So if we set up the same machine again, which basically is pretty simple, but instead let's get rid of this thing, because you might as well just chuck it on there at this point if it's just going to be an absolute tool. I really don't want to put any more honey in this. So I feel like maybe just making normal gingerbread might be a better option instead of making it completely ginger. And then have an extra machine to turn it into actual gingerbread. So actually, do this. really want to keep this. But I'm actually going to move this. You guys, what am I actually going to do? I'm actually going to put these guys down because these guys are really, really pissing me off. Grab all the stuff. So yeah, I basically connected it through the wall here to be able to get the machine to work properly. But if we can actually get this to do what it's meant to, which is basically, I want it to rise up by 1. Like normal. With the conveyor belt there. I'm actually going to put this crafting table in the floor. Got a concrete block. That's fine, I'll just leave that like that for a minute. And then I want a conveyor belt. So if we find a shaft, if I can get rid of some of this, it will also be helpful. Do I have shafts? Do we seriously not have any more shafts? But we do have some andesite alloy lying around, so fuck it, we'll just make it all into shafts. This, they're basically here. This turns into a belt. Onto there. And then if I grab this, grab the pressure, with the presser, which is located, where are you? Because if I just do this, and then I also do add this one, this should actually work. Okay, if I just do this to this, which does that. Then if I put this gearbox on here, it's gonna go the wrong way. Yeah. I don't want this stuff to go out. What have I got to do? There we go! It's going the right way. And then if I move this belt further down, so it's like that. So now that's all linked. I grab an extra little bit of chain drive, bring this across by 3. Then add the squisher. Where's the press? Where's the mechanical press? Is it in here? It's not. The press. Where the fucking hell's the press gone? Oh, they're there. I was like, where the hell are they? And I'm literally just blinded about. Like that. I just add the extra conveyor belt here. Then occasionally it'll go into gingerbread, or it'll just be ginger dough, which would be helpful. Because that is going to be like that. We're going to get rid of this and put this here, which then is going to locate here. Oh my god. This is an absolute tool when it comes down to it. There we go. Now that'll set off in the right direction and be connected. That'll give us light. This stuff can go back in. Do not want it in my inventory. And boom. Now if we do one of these, one of these, one of these, I'm gonna do another one of these, one of these, and one of these. Occasionally, it'll get splashed in the gingerbread, or it'll go in the thing. So now, I'm going to set up something to be able to help figure out the process. But now, we should hopefully also getting ginger dough. Oh, we are! Good. We are getting ginger dough as well. So, this can nowadays be sorted. And then I'm also going to be changing one of these. I feel like we can just put this on a cooker. Which you put it on for anything and it basically cooks it. It should work that way as well. I don't really have the thing to test it out though. So that's going to be a pain. XP. Thanks. So the other thing we're going to be setting up is the marshmallow maker, which is also going to be attached to this line. So we're going to be bringing this conveyor belt all the way through. Oh, where's the plumbing? Me and my autistic brain just really does not remember where I put everything. So we got this. This is now fully functioning. But we can actually power this a different way, because we are going to need this entire belt to be rotated. And this is also going to be this. So now we can put all the machines on this one row, and it will also go into the storage drawers over here. Which is going to be handy. Now I'm going to figure out how to make marshmallows. Don't know if we've got enough time for. We are running low on time. Right, so I'm going to quickly put the marshmallow machine together. It's basically a similar thing to this, but with marshmallows. So I'll be back in a sec, and I'll show you guys what we came up with. It's more likely going to be 2 parts of this this candy shop, because we're gonna have a lot of candy to work with. So. Can I get comfy? Hey guys, I am back and I managed to do some bits and bobs. So we've actually set up a couple of things now. We are actually getting candy marshmallows as well as bread dough. I had to fix a couple of things because it completely broke on me multiple times. But we've got more machines up here. I've also got the water from this area going into here to make the marshmallows, which is so much easier. And then we've also put the list down here. The other thing I'm going to be setting up off camera is the chocolate tier thing, which is basically where the marshmallows will come out, or whatever needs to be chocolated. You'll get squirted by these things, depending on which one you want. Then goes off to the conveyor belt, and then goes back into the storage system, and gets basically served. If you want to know how much we've been making, is this. There's so much stuff. Like, literally, there is so much marshmallows and so much honey candy now, it is ridiculous. I've also got a couple of things on show here, so you guys can see what we are selling. And yeah, I'm actually excited. But sadly, we have run out of time, and I'll be continuing this. We'll be making more different types of things for this area, and it did have to go to a 3-tier building, but I'm actually quite happy with it. I can't wait to get this area up and running. We still need to decorate it, we still need to make it look cool, but yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys!